And welcome everyone to the Man Cave with our special Halloween edition tonight. This is season number 1, episode number 42, and waiting in the green room is the host of Toy Room of Insanity. You know him as the Count Stankus, but we will get to him shortly once I introduce my ghoulish pals for tonight on my channel. First up, 2 nights in a row, we have Mr. Fun Ghoul himself. Hey, Mr. Fun Ghoul.
Fun Ghoul to you too.
Thanks for
say hello to Agnes.
Oh, I forgot about Agnes. Yeah, your ex-wife. And let's see who else we got. I'm gonna save that one for last. We brought somebody in new tonight. You may recognize him from the background, but tonight he is Mad Dog. What's up, Mad Dog?
Thank you for having me tonight, Paul Knapp. I'm live from the pits of Mexico where I'm doing my luchador wrestling. Woo!
Well, thanks for taking a night off of wrestling to join us tonight. I appreciate it. We're going to head back up north to see who this guy is tonight. He was Rocky last night.
Hey, hey, Ricky couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah.
So it's Charles Bronson.
Yeah, Charles Bronson. Okay.
Some say I got a death wish.
Oh.
I made 8 movies like that. I guess I do.
All right. No. Sounds good. Don't shoot anybody tonight. Definitely don't show the gun. We'll get kicked off the air. We might be kicked off the air already, man.
Might be kicked off because of us.
And our last member of the panel for tonight, I'm a little scared. This is the first time we've ever had a female on the panel, I think.
Hi, everybody. This is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Welcome, all you ghouls.
Shit.
Say
Oh,
hi.
my God.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
God, this is not going to last.
Oh, shit. We're getting kicked off the air tonight.
Oh,
I
my
am
God.
terrified.
I waited so long to get the count on my channel, and this is what we do to him, man.
That's an imposter.
I hope he doesn't hang up on
This
us.
is Elvira.
So
That's a phony.
first, I'm going to say hi to the people in the chat room. I don't know if I want to let
everyone.
Elvira. I do not want you to take charge of this one. Charles
Hi,
Bronson,
all you
why don't you
ghouls.
say hi to the people in the chat room?
Hey, we got the Moon Doggy here. Moon Doggy, Tom L.
Hi, Moon.
Hey, Big Boss Jack.
Big boss.
Big Boss Jack. He's a bad dude.
I like bad dudes.
Bruce Nagel. 3.7 deep dive.
I like going deep diving, too.
Shut up, man. We got Barb Flowers here.
And Barb.
Hey,
Barb's here.
Bob.
All right, man. Well, I don't know what direction this is going to go in. We're already off the railroad tracks as it is, but I'm going to go around the room and say what's new in your zoo. We're going to start with you, sir, since you weren't with us last night. Is there anything new in your zoo?
I'll tell you what's new in my zoo. This is Golden Skull Week. Hopefully all you freaking procrastinators out there can get your Golden Skull stuff in. It's pathetic. Took you 10 months to even think about it. So we're going to be finishing that up this week. Got a live stream next Wednesday for the Golden Skull show wrap up. And I just found this today. I forgot I even had it. Straight from Brazil. It's a bootleg Yoda.
Oh, cool.
Can't wait to put this in a photo story here in the future. This thing's super dope, one of a kind. Came from my good bro, Grunga Toys. So yeah, that's what I got going on.
All right, let's head down south to Mr. Fun Ghoul. And is there anything different that you didn't show us last night you could show us tonight?
Fun Ghoul to you too. Tonight, we have more fearsome things to show. We want to show Elvira.
Where's Elvira?
She's such a phony.
Looks like a big bobblehead, but you said it wasn't.
I don't know what company.
No.
Of course, anybody who knows, we have Svengoolie
Oh, Svengoolie.
Cartoon classics.
from Knapp,
Yeah.
from the Toonie Terror collection. A creation of my own. We all love the Great Pumpkin, but do we really know what he does? He doesn't give away candy. He flies over the pumpkin patch and he drops little pumpkin spores.
Pumpkinhead baby.
You had to get more than one use out of these things.
Yeah, right. Is that one blue?
Looks like the burrito I ate. Or what's left of it.
Everywhere
Pumpkinhead babies.
they land, and then they grow, and then you get more pumpkins. But finally, we have another addition to our family.
Oh, yeah?
We got a new pet rat, Ben. Ben, the two of us. We looked no more. Mr. Whisker, stop it. Mr. Whisker, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Mr. Whisker, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, no. Oh, Mr. Whiskers. Ruined it. Agnes, can't you keep the cat in control?
Are you done? Is that it for tonight?
That's it for tonight.
Thanks, man. Sir,
Hey,
do you have anything different than
do it
last night?
tonight. You know, I have something different. Ricky, who can't be here tonight, he left me something to show you. Okay? Because it's Toy Soldier Tuesday.
It is Toy Soldier Tuesday, yeah. Oh, wow.
21st century toys.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I like the corpse
You know
legs
how
right in
it
the back.
Ricky couldn't be outdone. So he had to go out and buy one of these. Mint in the box.
Nice.
That's what Ricky left me.
That's all he gave you, huh? All right.
That's it. You know, I got to go out on the streets and hunt vigilantes.
I'm still hearing Rocky, though. I'm hearing Rocky.
Yeah, it comes out. I had it down pat before the show.
Did you? All right. Well, you look like Charles, but you sound like Rocky. But that's okay. We like it. Do I have to bring this last one up? Shit, man. I guess I do.
You saved the best for last.
Did
It's
I?
Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and all I got new are these.
Your
How do you like
microphone
them?
is popping, man. I think your boobs are hitting your microphone. It's really popping. Oh, shit.
All right, so I've been busy on the Curse of the Golden Skull, but I'm going to show you guys a teaser of. So I needed a vehicle, so I customized this.
Damn.
What is that? Holy crap.
Whoa.
Oh,
Dang, dude.
wow.
That thing is wild. Is that on one of those monster truck chassis?
Yes, it's on one of the
Holy
monster jams.
Shit, those things are fast. My
Yeah,
son has that.
I actually had to build a wheelie bar because man, this thing just goes up.
Oh,
Man.
dude.
Yeah. So that was just a little sneak peek of one of the things I was working on. I already finished my movie set. Man, I dumped a lot of money for this. I hope it works out, but it'll be done in time.
Well,
Welcome to the club, buddy.
done in time means Friday because that's the 31st, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No
I just
later
wanna-
than the morning on the 31st.
All right. I don't know, Jeff. I mean, Mad Dog, what do you think about these people rolling in late? It's like we gave them 10 months to come up with a Golden Skull.
Hey,
Not shocking. Bunch of men,
No
of men with a bunch of time.
No surprises, right? No
right.
surprises.
Not shocking.
Well, guys, I mentioned this gentleman, our special guest for tonight. I mentioned him last week and the week before. I got hooked on his channel about 2 years ago. He has an awesome channel. If you're not already subscribed to it, make sure you subscribe to the Toy Room of Insanity. We'll have to ask him some questions on his personal life, but let me show you his intro, and then we'll bring him in real quick. Here's his promo. Hope I can pull it up.
Prepare thyself.
This is Mr. Toy Room of Insanity.
Yes.
Stankus.
Yes. Greeting collectors and welcome to Knapp's Man Cave of Insanity with the dirty Elvira vagina that's very brown and dirty. Don't go there, please. Stay away. Stay far away.
Brother, it is an honor and a privilege to have you on. Like I said, I discovered your channel several years ago, and I just thought, man, that'd be so cool to have you on during the Halloween time because a lot of your stuff is fantasy and horror. And, dude, to get you on here on my last show for the month is just an honor, man. Seriously.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it.
So I'm going to ask the first question, and then I'm going to let these guys go to town on you, man, if that's okay.
Sounds great.
How long ago did you start your channel, and why the genre that you like?
Wow, that's a huge thing. So I started doing YouTube in 2007, which I think was a year after YouTube originally started, roughly. So I didn't do that on purpose. That's just when I happened to get on. Prior to that, in the late 90s, when the internet was brand new and there was no social media, the only social media that there was out there was these, God, they're like chat rooms. I can't remember what the hell you called them. They worked through email, message rooms. God, I can't remember what they were called. But that I didn't even do that. But that was the original origin of social media. And there was this beautiful thing that came out called GeoCities, and you could create your own website.
Yes.
And eventually Yahoo bought it, I think maybe a year or so after. And it was still pre-2000. And I decided that I need to make a website that I can, show off all these toys and try to make a museum, which is not an easy thing to do. But I figured for whatever I was doing, I could pull stuff off the internet because people were really throwing a lot of stuff onto the internet at the time. Even though it was so young. I mean, it was very, very young. Everything was dial-up, back then before 2000.
Yeah, sure.
But I was on Yahoo GeoCities. That was the big thing. And eventually there was the first social media, place where people can make fun of you and give you crap.
Yep.
God, I don't even know what year it was in the early 2000s. What was that called? MySpace. You guys remember that?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Good old MySpace. And I just ventured onto it to try it out, not thinking anything about what I was doing with my website that I had through Yahoo GeoCities. But they had on there a thing called where you can put a blog. A blog is something that it's not, people make vlogs, right? It's a video thing where people talk and show you stuff. They can tell you, hey, today I'm taking a crap and check out the new towel I have while I take a crap, and things like that. And that's a vlog. People have done that for years. I hate vlogs. I don't like blogs. Well, I guess blogs are better, but I hate vlogs. But a lot of people do these vlogs, and I just never. I tried it, didn't get into it. But blogs, I did this thing called a toy blog. Very generic, but that's what I called it. So I did a bunch of those, typing out, information about whatever picture I took of that particular toy. I think I did about 20 or 30 of those until finally YouTube came enough its weight in my direction. Like I said, about a year. So 2006, I believe YouTube was when it first came out. So that year, 2007, is when I started my channel. My idea was, I don't have to type this shit out anymore. I can just make a video and just take a video camera and show off and talk about it and post it onto MySpace. What a great idea, because other people were starting already to post videos onto MySpace. So that's that's where that kind of stemmed from. MySpace and YouTube together, making things easier for me, not having to type a bunch of crap out, which I hate doing. So that's how my channel kind of pretty much how it started. It wasn't meant to be, I guess, what it is now, or where it went to down the road. But that's where things all started. But I guess, God, I don't even remember what year it was. 2009, I think, is when Facebook showed up. I think I'm trying to think. It's kind of hard to remember all this stuff. Facebook pretty much just took over, and that was it. And I had gotten enough into making videos at the time that I really enjoyed it. I started doing some different weird things, and it was all for fun. I'm still not trying to make money off of YouTube and make a living off it, which I absolutely do not. It's all for fun. It all harkens back to the beginning idea. It was just for fun, showing off toys.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
yeah. So my when I guess my videos kind of evolved. In the beginning, the videos would say, the intro of my videos would say, it was Count Stankus Productions, which I did not call myself that at the time, and I never intended to. A good friend of mine and my family said, "Call yourself Count Stankus." After a while, Count Stankus, that word, Count came from Count Dracula. And I was trying to make like Count Stankus Productions. Like, my videos were made by this production company, which is all BS. They really weren't. They were just made by me. And Count is Count Dracula, and Stankus. Do you guys know the word Stankus at all? Do you guys know that word?
No.
No. Okay, so I live here in California, SoCal, California, in late 70s and a huge part of the early 80s. God, mid 80s. There was a gentleman still does not live that far from here. The guy who discovered Weird Al. Do you guys know who that I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dr. Demento.
Dr. Demento,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay, so Dr. Demento
all the time.
Yeah, Dr. Demento had his top 10 on Sundays, and that was the big thing. And he lives not that far from me. Not that I know where his house is. I've met people. I've people I go to, like swap meets and stuff, that I talk to once in a while, and I know he's not far from me. Maybe one day. But there was a guy called Tom T-Bone Stankus. And he did the song Existential Blues. Do you guys know that song at all?
I remember that, yes. I do remember that.
It's a song about, it's like an acid trip song of going into the Wizard of Oz, is really what it is. So it's a funny ass song. So anybody of you guys out there, YouTube or search that, Tom T-Bone Stankus Existential Blues, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a funny ass song. That guy did other songs, but he's known just for that song. That's what he's known for, is existential blues, pretty much.
Wow.
But anyway, so that was how Count Stankus came along. And after doing a lot of videos of being known as Toy Room of Insanity, I was never in front of the camera. It was just doing my videos and showing things off as it was intended to do. I was not trying to be a persona at all. And it got to the point where people were calling me that in comments, because I said Count Stankus Productions. And so a good friend of mine, my buddy Matt Strange, if you guys have seen the videos I do with him from time to time, in family, it's like, okay, I'll call myself Count Stank. And then it just went from.
Just stuck, huh? Right.
Yeah, it went from there. I didn't even remember what year that was. So, but it was that way for a long time. And I don't know, 2021, something like that. A lot of things happened, dramas and all this stuff, and went back to just being Toy Room of Insanity, as it was really well intended before. So that's where I'm at right now. Toy Room of Insanity.
Well, your channel is amazing, and you're all over the place, which is cool. So you're not just in one scale. You do a whole bunch of stuff. So that what keeps people entertained. Like I said, I don't collect half the stuff that you collect, but it's just nice learning about the history of some of the toys and stuff, and some of the background is just like amazing, man. So
I'm
going to bring the rest of the guys in here so they can see you up close.
Sure.
And If anybody in the chat room has specific questions for the count, let me know. And gentlemen, besides Elvira there, do you got a question for the count?
I have a question.
Anybody else?
Yeah,
besides
I have a question. So out of the many themes that you collect, Count, what is your favorite theme? I know you do a lot of Masters of the Universe. You have pirate themes. You have all kind. What would be your favorite theme if you were to pick one out of all of them?
It's gonna be Motu.
Motu.
Masters of
Okay.
the
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I have a huge history of in the past of with Mego stuff and Star Wars and lots of other stuff. I mean, I love Tron and Indiana Jones, and there's lots of stuff I like. I like vintage stuff a lot, and I'm sure, like you guys and many other collectors, have not allowed or are allowed for new toys to grappling hook me into their shit and get pulled into it and spend all my money on all new stuff, and I have nothing to buy my vintage stuff. But no, Motu has always been my big thing. I want to say in 2002, I believe it was at 2002, maybe 3, but 2002. My wife and I, we were living in our first home together. We got married in 1999, and we put a lot of stuff in storage because we had a nice small home, but we couldn't store everything there. And someone broke in and stole probably 3/4 of my collection, and we got a lot of it back, but we did not get back all of my Motu He-Man stuff. It was a lot of it. All that stuff was my stuff from when I was a kid.
Man,
That's terrible.
It was gut wrenching. Yeah, no. I mean, if I said I didn't cry, I'd be lying. I was really upset. I mean, really upset. And the guy went to jail and all that stuff, and
Good for that.
It worked out, but yeah. So going through the years of me doing my channel or whatever I was doing and making videos and online, it's the He-Man stuff. I was just sitting on top of. I was putting my foot on the neck of it, just shoving it underwater, like you're not coming out. And eventually, I just couldn't let it anymore, and it just exploded.
Is He-Man because of your age, or is it just something that you like?
I guess both. I was born in 74, and I guess He-Man came out in 1982. Yep. So I was 8 years old when it came out that year. And for me with toys, if it wasn't for having an older brother who's 4 years older than me, he was born in 70, I wouldn't have experienced toys and collecting as now. I probably wouldn't even be on the show right now. So I thank God my parents gave me an older brother. So I have great memories of in 77, even 76. I was 2. I've got lots of interesting memories of playing with the Adventure Team and Big Jim and Mego, which is really great. And probably for 77, 78, getting into playing with the Fisher Price Adventure People.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We love great stuff. And then for me, the big game changer for my brother and I, which unfortunately kind of pushed Adventure Team and Big Jim and sort of the Adventure People side, was in 78 when we finally got our first real Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
It didn't come out till 78. That was the year of like, holy shit, things are changing.
Yeah.
Do you have the Adventure Team attorney?
What's that?
Do you have the Adventure Team attorney?
No, I do not.
Defender?
Ernie?
No.
Defender?
The Defender?
Okay. What the hell? I don't remember that guy.
The Defender, yeah.
I have a question for Count. But before I ask the question, I want to state that when I was 16 years old, I actually had hair like this. It was exactly like this. And if I showed you my high school picture, you would say, wow, you don't look a day over 65. So count. What about you collect vintage? What do you think of the new Mo 2 Revelations? Have you seen any of that stuff?
Yeah. I've picked up some of that stuff. It's the Revelations, or was it the Masterverse? Revelations was the first cartoon they did.
Yeah.
I think was that what
Yeah.
4 years
Yeah.
ago or whatever.
Is that the Kevin Smith one?
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Kevin Smith
Yeah.
one, and then
Yeah.
the Master.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate any new stuff that they put out for it, because Filmation did the main show years ago, which was campy and cheesy, and I mean, back then you lost your mind to watch it, but the new stuff is interesting to see that stuff, and the shows I appreciate them; they're cool, and but the figures, I mean, when they first started doing them for Revelations, that's what they called it. The bodies were a little off, which we are all used to having our issues with these companies putting out new toys and having issues on what they were a bit off. It's like the bodies were huge and the head sculpts were small. I don't know what they're trying to do. Why would the heads not be in proportion? But they eventually.
From what I saw the cartoon, the bodies were all off, anyways.
Yeah. Right.
And it wasn't even a He-Man cartoon.
Yeah. But it's they've gotten better. They've done a lot of really cool figures, which is
Mattel done a good job on them. I think some of the recent figures are pretty cool.
Yeah.
You and I are almost like a mirror image of our childhoods, because I have older brothers, played with all their toys, and I'm like you. I'm a huge Masters of the Universe fan. It's probably my second favorite toy line outside of G.I. Joe, and I see all your stuff behind you, and I recognize tons of those figures. I don't call them bootlegs or knock, the Remco off-brand stuff that we all had when we were kids, But what was your favorite? First of all, what was your first Mo2 figure that you got, and what's your favorite?
I love that. That's like right up my alley. That's huge. It's a bummer that my brother and I, me getting experience, the adventure team and the Mego stuff and the Big Jam and all that stuff I talked about, and it was great memories, great fun. And 1982, my family we flew to Canada and a city not far from Ontario. My cousin was getting married. She's quite a bit older than me, and we were there for a month. And I want to say maybe it was the second week, and somehow maybe it was my mother. I don't know. She decided that, hey, I was 8 and I had nothing to play with, and so they took me to a toy store. So my mom, my aunt, and my uncle, which was fast. My uncle went there. My uncle at the time was the vice president of American Standards of all companies.
Oh, wow.
Company. Yeah. So we went to a toy store in Canada and looking, and I'll never forget. I still have a great memory of looking at stuff and coming across this double pack with this green tiger and this muscle guy. Like, what the hell is this? Master of the Universe. Blew my mind seeing that. And so I got it, and I think about it now as a collector that was in Canada. So that's the Canadian box that was in English and French, right? So if I had that today, it'd be worth some money, but it's okay. It's all right. But yeah, so I got that, and I lost it. I mean, that's all I had for Motu for a handful of months, because my parents were into the whole thing, like, you're not getting anything unless it's your birthday or Christmas. And so I went a while, and a few months until my parents actually got me some more figures. But that's probably my favorite action figure set or action figure period was He-Man and Battle Cat. That, because there was never anything like that. You can look again. You have the scale of Mego and Action Jet or G.I. Joe and all that stuff from back in the day. And nothing was like that. This guy, squatty, muscle down guy, and it's amazing.
Right.
It's what I think the coolest thing I remember from that time. He-Man was my first figure, and Zodak was my second. I remember going to, there's a hardware store that had all the Masters of the Universe figures. And I just remember the box art and the colors of the figures, how the colors popped along with that really cool box art with the exploding rocks. Just, I can still see that in my mind today.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. The whole total package was amazing. It totally blew my mind. And my brother and I, again, we're talking about, we play with Big Jim. We didn't have that Falcon that came with Big Jim. We didn't have the lion, the panther, or was it a tiger that was we didn't have it. So I was oblivious. I had no idea that those came from, as these things came out from Mattel, that those games were Big Jim until many years later. I'm like, holy shit, that was cool stuff.
What's your favorite He-Man figure?
It's always going to be He-Man. Always. Yeah. Always going to be. Yeah, I can't turn on that guy.
Well, out of all the stuff behind you, you got all different scales. What's your favorite scale to collect? Is it that 5-inch scale?
No, not necessarily. I'm just really into weird fantasy, Motu and the knockoff stuff, of Motu, and just weird stuff from the 70s and 80s, and some of the stuff came out in the 90s. Just weird fantasy stuff. There's tons of stuff that was done over the years. Not really so much of a favorite. I don't, like I said, I don't really get too much into new toys anymore. I've been down that road so many times, and it's just I just keep falling back on the vintage stuff.
Right.
Hey, Count, I have a question for you as well. This is a question from the chat, actually. So you collect Amigos, or you did. He wants to know if you ever got rid of your Amigos.
Who's asking that? I'm just asking.
This is Action Joe Figs.
Oh, okay.
Sarah. He's in the chat.
He's opening up a door.
Yeah.
Well, you showed some on your video today, I thought, didn't you?
Did I? No, I did. No, I did not. No.
Yeah, they were the Frankenstein and the mummy and.
No, those are Imperial toys.
Oh, Imperial. Okay, well they weren't. Yeah, Amigo.
Yeah. So when I was first collecting, that was like one of the biggest things I went after was Mego. Obviously Mego had not come back yet, which Mego came back in 2018, I think, or 2019. I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So I was just in it, and I had a very good friend at the time who was a dealer, and he collected a little bit, but I had a great line to get into a lot of Mego stuff. Mostly I was into getting the superheroes and the Planet of the Apes stuff, and I still have everything. It's not on display. It's all boxed up and put away. I have a lot of variants that are looked after from Mego figures. I'm sorry, Mego collectors. But I'll try to keep this as brief as possible, not to get in too much. But this is a drama story. When Mego came back in 2019, they came out with their figures, and it was not a very good first run. Like the first wave, and maybe the first two waves were not very, very good. And they had a Facebook group, they still do, called Mego Ambassador. And Mego Ambassador, the whole idea of it was for you to buy Megos, and you can share what you bought, and they had the whole thing with you were rewarded that if you showed your receipts on this group of what you bought, how much you spent, that they were giving up, I think, free figures, stuff like that, so it was, they really were trying to build up Mego. And I still have one of my videos on there when I went to San Diego Comic-Con when Mego first came back. And I guess I'm the only person that actually videotaped them at Comic-Con. It was a big deal. I think was it Joe Theismann was at their comeback. But they had their group. They still have the group, and a lot of people started noticing, because I was really, really, really hardcore with Mego. And of course, there's the Mego Museum that's been around since late 90s, when the internet first started. And so they have their Facebook group, and I noticed that, for a while, like, God, they're not interacting with people anymore. There's a lot of people in there making drama. Like, what's the problem? I don't know, didn't know what the problem was. There was a particular person, try not to keep names in this, and that I would see all the time. And okay, I will reach out to this person just to ask. Maybe they know. And that was a big mistake to do that. Dude, little did I know that I was actually communicating with the big mistake. So yeah, this guy who has been known as the Norb for a long time.
The Norb.
Yeah, got to know this person, and he was very mysterious and weird, and is too much stuff. And he knew who I was, and I did a lot of Migo videos, and eventually telling me, hey, I could probably get you to be an admin for Migo's Facebook group, which happened. So he got me to be an admin, and also my buddy Matt Strange. We both were admins because the group had just was bad. It's like, how is it that you're a company and you're allowing this to happen? I just didn't understand, like, how is this happening? And if you looked at the people who were running the group, they weren't there anymore. There was other names on there. Like, okay, but I'm going to try to trim this down a little bit. We got involved, and Matt Strange and I really we built up the correct rules and how to run it and make it work. And he pulled in some other people, that guy Norb, and we met, started talking with God, what's the guy in charge of me? What's the guy who owns Migo? I forgot his name now. I'm so sorry. I forgot his name.
Oh man, I can't remember.
Not Brian Heiler. He's the Migo Museum guy.
Yeah, I didn't say him. I didn't say his name, but you did. but yeah. God dang it. I'm sorry. I don't think about those people much anymore. But the main guy who owned Migo or does, his son-in-law. And his son-in-law was really the guy pulling the triggers while the main guy was in the background. And we got things going, and he pulled us on, Matt and I, to be admins for the group, which was cool.
That's it.
Marty Adams. There we go.
Yeah, Marty Abrams. There you go. So we got it. We pulled it together, and there were other people that I didn't know. We got to know these people, and we got things going. And there, in the background, there was always these three different profiles that were causing problems all the time, and you'd see them on different Migo groups all the time, causing problems. But there was this connection happening. So to cut it down over time, and the guy named Warb, who just a lot of, I mean, I don't know, you guys don't want to make this all a bunch of drama, but my God, it was just insane to deal with this guy who was an admin for this group. We finally figured out that these three other profiles were him, and he had these three fake profiles, and the rest of the admins knew it was him, and they allowed it. Yeah.
What a super villain move.
So just to say out there, if anybody comes on here and wants to put comments on this live thing, and it's like,
wow,
no, this is exactly what happened.
That's
so
awesome.
He got called out by another person, which was fantastic, and he disappeared for a handful of months and tried to be the butthurt guy, like, oh, he was the victim. It's like, no, you're not a victim, man. There's no point of doing this. And of course, I don't know if you guys know Dr. Migo. He's part of this as well. He knew all about it. And he was against it. And him and I actually tried to stop him. And there was another person as well. We confronted him, and it didn't go as it was supposed to have gone. So,
wow.
Yeah. So that's when he brought in Heiler, and he brought in the guns Heiler to show, to be behind him, to like, oh, this guy has been a victim. And I know Heiler better than a lot of people. And there's a lot of people from the Migo community that can say the same thing. Heiler's got a bad reputation going back to the 90s of shutting people down when they're trying to voice themselves, not negatively, but being constructive about stuff. and just shutting them down, because if it's not Hyler's way, you're out, and that's not how it works, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of groups are like that, especially
We have that in the GI Joe
unfortunately in
community.
this toy community. It's the same
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, absolutely. But a lot of people praise him, and he's written books and all that. And it's like, no, unfortunately, myself and many others know him better than he's not this toy god. He's not.
Yeah.
But he went behind, this guy we called Norb, and to lift him up and go, oh, he's this victim. A victim of what? We called him out. He was called out of, going after people on three different, Facebook, profiles, and pretending and starting fights and all this crap. And so,
Well,
yeah,
Count, just so you know, we have Charles Bronson on the panel. We can take care of it.
Yeah.
good. We need him. But it got to the point where I was really trying, because I was like, dude, I'm not, myself and others, we're not trying to ruin your life. And it's like, we're trying to stop this. We have this thing we want to do. We want to try to make Mego big and make it better, and look at everything that we've already done. But no, not with this guy, Norb.
You got people in the chat room that are getting antsy, dude. They're seeing your collection behind you.
Yeah.
And they said we got to see some merch now.
Let's
we'll do it. Anyway,
make sure you include the dead things.
Yeah, we want to see dead stuff tonight. Halloween. Yeah.
I saw your video today.
It got to a point where they got mad at me because I interviewed somebody because I used to do a live show, and I interviewed somebody that was their enemy. I'm like, how would I know he's your enemy? It got really childish and just really bad, and it just exploded. I'm like, okay, goodbye.
I would say to them, fun ghoul.
Yeah.
Okay, Cos, there's your short answer.
Like the 112 world.
There's your short answer to what happened with Mego.
Man, I got to ask you, though, about all the off-brand stuff behind you, because I can remember going to the KB toy store when I was a kid, and you had all the different brands of the master. I hate calling them knockoffs because they're not, but all the stuff that were just like Masters of the Universe that were just a little bit cheaper, right? And man, the Warlord, I read Warlord comic for DC. I still have my Warlord comics as a kid, and when that figure came out, that was one of my favorite figures. I see it up there behind you in your case. You got Hercules, and who else was in there?
A few guys.
Yeah,
I don't have everything. So
did you collect those as a kid? Did you collect the off-brand stuff?
No.
Oh, you didn't. Yeah.
No, because my mom and dad were very straight, because at the time it was either they bought me G1 Transformers, but I really wasn't getting into it. So it was either Master of the Universe, or I got Real American Hero G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Or that was it. Like there was like if you're gonna get something, it's you have a choice. What are you gonna collect? What are you gonna play with? So
okay.
I only ever got one Dungeons and Dragons figure.
Oh my God, I love that line.
There was nothing at the store. My mom was gonna buy me something. I'm like, okay, well I got Northlord. That's what she bought.
Who'd you get? Paladin or Warlord or?
What's that?
Which figure did you end up getting when you were a kid?
Northlord.
Northlord.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great figure, man.
Yeah, because there was nothing else. Like they didn't have anything new for He-Man, and my mom was like dangling the money. Like, I'm going to buy you something. I'm like, okay. Well, I've been looking at this Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and I was a young kid, and my brother's older than me, and he would take me on his D&D, adventures, because he had his nerdy friends, and we would do it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a D&D figure. So I got him. So
did you collect those now? Did you go back and complete the collection, the Dungeons and Dragons?
99.999% is complete.
Oh my God!
I'm missing one damn figure that is really, it's a stupid little plastic piece of crap figure that I can't find.
Is it one of the articulated ones, or is it one of the little statuesque ones?
No, yeah, it's just the one little Army style figures, and that's I can't find the damn thing, and I can look it up online and look at the picture, and that's it.
I was at my sister's over the summer, and I was going through all the toy bin and stuff. She brought it up for my son. I got a 7-year-old son, for him to play with. And I'd given all my Dungeons and Dragons stuff to my nephews back in like 1985 or 86, probably. Yeah. And she brought this tub up, and I was looking through it, and I found my Melf figure right there, looking right at me. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen this figure since probably 1987. And I pulled
Right.
that out of there, and I said, "I'm taking this thing home with me." And I got my Melf, and I found my North Lord helmet. So that's the only two things I
Yeah.
got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mad Dog, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
What hairy creature are you eating?
that's the lip beaver.
Lip
He's got it all stuffed under
Lip
the.
beaver. It's a lip
He has
beaver.
Hey, Count. He's got a beard bigger than yours. He's got it all.
Here's its rat. The tail of it's right here.
It just looks like you've eaten
It's all
a relative
up
of
here.
Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
You got all that tucked under there, man. I'm surprised. All right, man. We're ready for the room tour if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making the best I can. I'm gonna try. I got to hold the camera and the stupid Chromebook at the same time. Let me get rid of my.
Count, can you also, the figure you're missing, do you have like anything you can reference and show everybody? So maybe
No, well,
somebody can try to help track it down for you.
There's the regular size figure. So it's a priestess called Mercion, Mercion, right? Mercion, Mercion, Mercion. So
It's
if you
a
can
female.
find
It's a
that
female.
little figure of her, hold on. Let me stand up. Oh my God, when you get old, it gets hard to stand. Let's move around the toy room. So there's a door out to where my bathroom is.
Those, man.
Anyway, close the door. But yeah, here he is.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Hopefully this. Yeah, there you go. That's all my Motu stuff. I don't own
Yeah.
everything. I'm
Before you get
taking my
started,
time.
how large is your room there? Or small?
I want to say it's about 12 by 12.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not super huge.
Yeah.
That's
So I move
decent.
things around a
That's
lot.
decent.
I move things around a whole hell of a lot. This Castle Grayskull is one of the very first release. Castle Grayskull. How well you can see here, if you can see like the eyes, how they're painted.
Yeah, the
Just someone
different
took
paint.
paint and threw it on.
Yep.
And this one over here is nice and beautiful in the nose. That's they had a mask that went over the Castle Grayskulls back in the day for a very short time until Mattel made them stop because they wanted the production to go faster. So this is one of the very first released Castle Grayskulls right here.
Beautiful.
Sweet.
That's
Nice.
beautiful.
Damn cool. But yeah, all good stuff here. It's all Motu. My cat's under my feet, wants to trip me. Yeah, I don't have all of the Master Universe stuff. I don't. As far as like what we would have gotten here in the States, if you're going to collect Motu, there's stuff from Argentina and India and other countries, and it's just endless. It's insane. There's some newer stuff.
I love Origins.
Yeah.
I've bought all those for my son.
Yeah, great stuff. I mean, I don't have all the stuff. I mean, I bought a bunch of their newer things, the Origins, and it just, of course, we all get caught up and allow our brain and our collecting devices to buy a bunch of stuff and realize, why do we buy it? So I've sold a lot of stuff, but I've
always wanted to add a Skeletor to my collection. What's the best one to get?
Oops, sorry. Oh God,
I'm not concerned about like collectability or like that. I just want like the best looking figure, the one that's the truest.
As far as vintage goes, if you can get, my camera probably doesn't show up, but this is the first release Skeletor. He's got the pink cheeks.
Okay.
Not sure how well it's coming in. If you can get that, it's not too bad of a price. You can get it for, if you're lucky, $100 if he doesn't have all the stuff. But
the Skeletor from the classic collection is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Yep, I've got a couple of them. Got a few. These swords over here are from South America.
Look at those. Those are sweet.
Yeah.
Those
There's
cool.
my boy Rio Blast down there.
Yeah. That's a strange figure too. Like
it is.
They were really reaching to get more figures. They were running out of ideas, I guess. But they were. I'm sorry. What was the that Rio Blast was done? Where is he? Rio Blast was made because there was that cartoon that was out. I forgot the name of it.
Brave Star.
Brave Star. There
Yep.
you go. So there he is.
Yeah. That's who I play when we're playing Masters Universe. I'm Rio Blast all the time.
Yeah. But anyway, we got a lot of interesting different. There's been tons of stuff made for He-Man, and
Look at all that. That's
I
great.
just recently decided, you know what, I need to make a display of weird stuff that came out back in the days. There's a bank and
There's Lunchbox.
Lunchbox, and
Had one of
there's
those.
and the soapies back there with this, toothbrush.
Yeah.
There's a toothbrush as Snake Mountain. One day that one's hard to hell. It's hard to find, but and I've got a fair amount of erasers. There's I don't think maybe about 4 or 5 more of the erasers I still need to get. But
Official Lennard Toys is here, and he wants to know: do you have any Black Star in your collection?
no, I don't. I don't. As much as I want to, I would have to stop collecting everything else. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, there's lots of.
How much of your collection are we seeing in this room, or is this like everything, or a third of it, or?
Yeah, I have more in a different room. I mean, it's the Remco monsters and just some basic. If you'll call them basic, just some weird stuff, monster Halloween stuff from back in the good old days.
So you don't have to be an in the box collector kind of guy, do you?
For the most part, yes.
You do.
So here's your origin stuff. A lot of origins.
You got a Koldar, you lucky son of a gun.
Yeah. I bought him when he came out online that day.
That's the only one I missed.
Yeah. So good stuff. And then we get into, let me get around my chair here. Let me put my camera down. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try to open up this glass case so you don't have too much reflection going on. But this is a lot of knockoff stuff. Uh-oh. And I'm making problems here.
I love your
videos
on your bootleg stuff. I mean, that's just
bootlegs are.
Look at those. Look at that
Fascinating world. Bootlegs are weird. Yeah. So here's your Motu knockoffs. You got Hercules and the Beast Warriors, and we got Skullman here, which is horribly hard to tell to find. And I will say it right away.
They're actually well done for being bootlegs,
Oh, they're great figures.
Yeah, because I've seen some ugly bootlegs, like Star Wars. Oh my God, they're hideous. Yeah.
Well, these are knockoffs. So yeah, bootlegs are when you take an actual figure and you make a copy of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. These are knockoffs. It's made in the same style as Motu.
Yeah.
But you have Skullman here, and I'll say it right away. He is hard as hell to find.
Yep.
Complete, and if you got $5 or whatever more $100, you can get it complete. So his cape is a repro on him. It's just too difficult. I'm not fine with that. So the cape came from Cape Master, and I'll definitely plug him. You can find him on.
Yeah, he's really cool. I've bought something from him.
Yeah, he makes great shit. But Warrior Beasts, good stuff. And then your Warlord stuff back over there. I don't have all the guys. I think I'm missing 1 figure, 2 figures. I don't even know anymore.
Did they make a Cole? I can't remember if they made a Cole the Conqueror. They made a.
The guy in the cow underwear looks pretty cool.
That's a Warlord.
Oh, that's Warlord? That's
a
really cool figure.
Yeah.
It's a great comic.
Yep. So then we get down over here and we got more Remco.
There's your Conans.
The Conan stuff.
Yep.
I've got 4 of the 5 figures. I'm missing the Jewel Thief. Sorry for the reflection, but
it looks fine.
Regular. I'm missing the Jewel Thief, the red skeleton. If any of you guys have it out there and you want to give it to me, email me, and you can send it to me for free. That'd be cool. So he's not cheap and hard as hell to come across. But then we get the Pirates of the Galaxies.
Yeah.
So that's the one you're doing the series on right now, right?
Those are great.
Yeah, 4 more of these guys to go, and took me I was very patient to get these guys complete, and the skeletons are the ones that you want to get if you can get them complete. So fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we're gonna get even weirder, and this is where they call it the Galaxy Hole.
Yep.
You guys ever heard of that? So we got some Galaxy Warriors up front here. I've got 6 of them.
Oh my!
Defenders of the Planet, and I got 1 Nightmare Warrior. 1, if I'm lucky, maybe I'll ever get more. I don't know. Galaxy Fighters. It's just
so hard to find.
Yeah, this stuff is just. You think that G.I. Joe from the 60s and 70s is rough. This is rough. Probably
Yep.
just as bad. Probably just as bad. And of course, we got Baltar, who's become famous. Baltar. And more stuff down here. We get into the Galaxy Heroes. And these figures, none of them have articulation in the legs. And they're just as warped and demented as everything else. And we got Muscle Warriors, which are
Hilarious.
the same. It's like Muscle Warriors, Galaxy Heroes. Is it the same thing? I don't know. Who made them? Don't know.
Yeah.
Have
You could, I mean, it's
absolutely-
stuff you'd find in like the end cap of a grocery store when I
Yeah.
was a kid. You know, you'd be like at a grocery store,
Yeah.
you'd see these guys in an end cap.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see these. I mean, they were like there in like a blink of an eye and then gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Official
Yeah.
Lenard Toys has a question. He wants to know, do you have Scare Glow for Motu?
Yeah, I do actually. Let's take
Since
a
it's,
trip.
Halloween
Scare
season.
Glow, and I don't have the variant of his.
Cape.
There he is of
Yep.
his weapon, but I
Ooh.
have the green weapon. There he is.
Yep.
The man of
It's a
the
great
hour,
figure too. Ninjor. Yeah.
Ninjor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how often do you rotate your display? I mean, I know you've done room tours before and videos. How often do you rotate stuff?
It's when my brain tells me to. That's, I mean, literally, it's like I have to, like, all right, got to do it, and something changes and comes up, so I have to make it happen. So my Motu display doesn't change. It's mostly these shelves over here that have to be changed from time to time. So we'll see how that changes.
And I understand your wife's a pretty big collector too, right?
She is. You said the magic word, so maybe I might have to go in there if you guys want to see a lot of pink.
Hey, or we could have her on as a special guest in the future.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, but there he is. Yeah, good stuff. As we go over here, more fantasy stuff, and we can go across the top.
Oh, there it is. Fortress of Fangs, baby.
Things from LGN Dungeons and Dragons.
Such
And
a
I've
great.
got the PVC figures that came out, and I can't remember Portugal or Spain. One of those. These figures came out back in the good old days of vintage. So I never bought. Well, I did buy the new D&D figures that were done recently, not that long ago, a couple years ago.
The Comic Con ones.
Yeah, I bought them.
Yep.
And I never opened them up. And I'm like, you know what? These are the figures right here for me. Like this, I don't want the new ones. I'm sorry. And people probably think I'm nuts, but no, I've got them.
You got another question from the chat room, Count?
Yeah.
Said you had quite a few castle play sets. Which castle is your favorite?
Castle Grayskull.
Yeah.
So
What's
I'm going to
that one?
Castle. We have the Monster Castle, and it was created by a company called Eco Toys. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can read all about it and watch all about it. So this is not an original. This is a guy named Johnny Vasquez, I believe is his name. So he made a mold of a real one and made copies. They're the actual size and down to every freaking nook and cranny. And I bought one and I painted it. So I know my lighting here is not that great, but
That's cool.
Eco Monster Castle. And I mean, I painted the snake and I painted the stairs. I did a lot of stuff. So the Eco Monster Castle was not really painted well at all. But again, for a vintage toy, if I had a real one, I'd be freaking out to have it.
Yeah.
But very good stuff. But yeah, Castle Grayskull is my favorite. But just there's
Another question from the chat room, brother. Any sectars or power lords?
No. Negative. Again, if someone wants to buy me a big house, move all my shit,
Yeah, welcome to
move
the
all my
club.
shit, and give me a pay raise at work, I will buy all
Do you
that.
do you customize any of your stuff, or you just go for what it is?
I've done a couple little things, and there's a figure I'm actually slowly working on customizing, but I don't do a whole lot of it. But
Yeah.
Well, I saw you refurbish the Hulk in one of
oh
your
yeah,
videos.
that was a bootleg. That was a long time
Yeah.
ago. Wow. Yeah, that was fun to do. That was a Mexican bootleg that I did.
Yeah.
Here's a really cool figure, the Fantasy Fortress, super, super rare Army Men toy,
Wow.
play set. And it's all complete. I have to pull it out so you guys see the back of it. I don't want to do that. Get it up over there. is the box for it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fantasy
with
Fortune.
Dark Tower next to it. What kind
Damn.
of
Is that a 1/32
What's
scale?
that?
1/32 scale, like
1/32?
Pretty much, yeah.
What
The
year is that
little-
from?
Have you ever
It's
seen
like-
that, Paul?
no.
What's
I mean,
that?
that's like a Guns of Navarone knockoff.
Yeah. is that
Yeah,
like
that's
from-
Yeah.
it does look like that.
Exactly. And I don't know if this was the first, but there was another playset that was done with as a military playset, the exact same one. And I don't know if that one was first or this one was first. I don't know.
That's really cool.
But yeah, you got a skull up there.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Super amazing.
What year is that from? Like 85, probably.
God, I don't remember.
I bet you it looks like
Something
it
like
looks.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's dope.
It's a hell of a thing. We'll go into the cases here real quick. We've got stuff that I'm slowly collecting, because there's other things. And again, like I said, we all get, I guess, knocked off of our road because we buy shit that we shouldn't be buying, and then we realize,
Yeah.
why did I buy that? But we have the fantasy world stuff right here, and there's a handful of figures I still don't have yet from it.
Man, you go down some wormholes, don't you?
Yeah, too many.
Oh,
We got combo figures. That's a horrible road to go down. And I don't know what's going on with this guy.
you know, Cal. Some of the coolest things about those knockoffs are the card art.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just so wild. And how many kids just ripped those out and threw that shit away?
Yeah. And next up, we got this is Dragon Riders of the Styx.
Oh,
You
cool.
guys have heard of that? All the little minifigures. Again, I love little minis.
Yeah.
And every time I see actual army guys, when I go someplace and I see them, I love picking them up and looking at them. But I don't collect them. But this is the same vein.
Did you have crossbows and catapults
Oh, come on
as a
now.
kid?
Yes, crossbows and catapults.
There we are, baby. Oh my god, that was my favorite game. We wore that
Yeah.
damn thing out. Look at the Minotaur.
Yep.
The
So,
little figures are great.
Almost all of this is mine, except for the Minotaur.
Yeah.
Everything else is mine.
Yep.
Everything I got for Christmas back in whatever year it was. 80,
You told me your story about everything getting stolen. I had everything crossbows and catapults. I had all of it complete.
That's
and
awesome.
Some kid came over to my house and took it all. When I wasn't around, he just grabbed everything and left.
Yeah, as easily as he did that, you always can find him, and just beat the shit out of him.
Yep.
Find him.
Yep.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. I love that game.
Yeah.
God damn, I love that game. You
And
get the
there's a
dragon.
company who re-released it, but
We bought it.
Well, it's not the
not the same.
Scopes. They redid it.
Everything's
So-
different. It's cool, but it's not that.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not.
Look at those
Yeah.
barbarians and Viking figures. My gosh, those are
Yeah.
so dope.
I need to get the rest of it. I'm missing a couple pieces, but I will get it. I will get it. Anyway, we get into monsters and demons or whatever. I forgot. This is well, not all of it. Like I say, these guys right here. I forgot the name of the damn company that made these.
Wow.
Oh my god! Not Remco. Oh my
Superior?
god!
Not
What's that?
superior. Superior
No.
toys? No.
No.
They look like NPC stuff, but they're not.
No, it's these guys. But so horrible. I have a horrible memory of. I mean, my brain just likes love to knock things out.
Coleco? No.
Ideal? Not ideal.
LJN?
No,
Damn.
I'm terrible. Someone in the chat room has to. Monsters and Dragons and Monsters and Dragons, I think it was called. Yeah. This is cool. So like the little it's not Imperial Toys. I see that. These little castle pieces were actually meant to be carrying cases for these guys. And there's actually
Oh my.
3 more that are one's not hard to get, and the other 2 are pretty hard as hell to get. But
Wow.
if you're collecting like your stuff that is supposed to be the good old
They're not Imperial toys. Somebody
Nah,
said?
it's not
No.
Imperial.
No, I should know the name, but again, that's how my brain works. It just shuts off. And
Yeah.
so we got some weird. The taller guys down here are figures for the Galaxy Warriors, the taller ones.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and just weird. Whatever Chinese company made these, but the smaller ones, those are the figures that go to Dark Tower.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have these on display.
Yeah.
I have them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a long time. I had a buddy who had that.
Yeah. Damn cool stuff. So we'll go down here. It's just random stuff. Weird Hercules, Dragon Warrior. Just
Look at
weird.
those dudes.
Yeah, this Demon and Wizards bag over here and stuff. Just a lot of weird. Those guys with the green helmets and the different animals. Again, my brain usually shuts down. There's that chocolate candy company that does toys with their candy that's been here in the United States and in Europe. And they still make, I can't think of, do you guys remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Jesus. See?
That has the egg that you open up, the chocolate.
Yeah.
egg?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just bought them. Oh,
Yeah.
it begins with an O or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As usual, I can't remember. But those are, they did these guys with blue animals and blue helmets back in the day.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Just some random stuff I have there. And
Kinder.
more Dragon Riders of the
Kinder.
Sticks. I
Yeah,
don't have
Kinder.
too many of their stuff because they are very expensive and extremely
Yep.
difficult to find. Sorry for
I
the
remember
glare,
those.
but I've got some of that stuff. And I love the bagged guys back over there.
Oh,
Which is-
wow.
Damn cool with the card art on.
I
top.
had some of the Dragon Riders of the Sticks.
Yeah, cheap.
I had the
crap
Black
here,
Knight.
but fantastic. I mean, they're awesome.
Yeah.
And now just worth too much money. And
I
we
had
got
a lot of random shit when I was little.
Yeah. Got to. And then we got Fleetwood's The Sword and the Sorcerer. If you guys have seen that movie,
Yep.
an insane fantasy movie. It lasts like 2.5 hours, and you can't figure out what in the hell is the point of this
It's
movie.
great. It's
For
great.
action.
It's one of my favorites. I like it.
Yeah, drop a little acid before you watch it.
Awesome. You know, and the guy, Sword and the Sorcerer. Okay, so the sorcerer, I guess, is the bad guy, but the sword, you see the main guy use it in the beginning of the movie, and an hour and a half later or more, you see him use it again twice. Like, holy shit! You wait all that time for him to use that damn sword that launches. You know, but these are the crappy figures, which are awesome that they made. You know, I don't have all of it, and some of those dragons are knockoff or not knockoff. Oh yeah, bootlegs. It's called bootlegs
Wow.
because they're the repops with code.
Chimera.
And here's more of it.
So I got to ask you this while I still got you. We're about close to the same age. What was your favorite cartoon on Saturdays, man? You were a Saturday morning kid, right?
Oh my god, there was so much stuff to watch.
Yeah, I know.
I know we're on fantasy, but you know, I remember what it was. I'm in Southern California, so at 9:30, at some point, what was it, 83? That's when D&D came on.
Yeah,
Yep.
D&D, yeah.
Yep.
And it was always the last cartoon we watched before my parents let my brother and I go out to play at 10 o'clock.
You remember that? Wow.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well, Jeff and I were talking about Thundar the Barbarian, man. We love
Thundar
that.
was my jam.
Yeah, Thunder, I don't think was on here Saturday mornings. It was always on during the week, different times.
Oh, look you there, boys.
Here we go with
Look
the
you there.
LJN, D&D stuff. There's my North Florida up the top right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all good stuff. So we talked about the figure I didn't have. So here down below, sorry, trying to get here set up. Here's all the little minis that they did.
The mini of her.
Off the side here is that damn space for the Mercion figure. Is this chick right here in the middle.
Yep. The one
So
with,
again, I know someone out there has that figure, so please email me so I can send you my address. You can send it to me, please.
their donation.
Moondog, you wants to know, did you ever collect the muscle figures? Muscle.
No, I never got into them. Never did. I never did. I think I bought a few over the years, but no. They're really cool. They're really cool.
Yeah.
I love them.
I love Dungeons and Dragons LJ and stuff. It was so great.
Yeah. Then we get into the other action figures. I've got all the shield shooters.
Yep.
All there. And at the bottom there, those are the NECA. Was it NECA?
Yeah.
Yeah, NECA.
Yeah.
And the NECA figures that were the figures that were supposed to be made, but they didn't get made because the line was canceled.
Yeah, those are good. I got those. Those are cool.
Yeah. Very, very, very cool that they did that. And
Yep.
these were made from the actual prototypes. They were. I know a guy who actually is friends with the guy who owns the prototypes who gave them to NECA to be made. So
When I bought those NECA figures, I was like, man, I should start collecting vintage Dungeons and Dragons. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
that'd be a stupid thing for me to do.
yeah,
I got too much other stuff I collect.
yeah. Then we get into the beasts. There's the man himself,
Oh, you got Tiamat.
Tiamat, as
So
Avenger
that's
would
the
say.
one I need.
Oh, that's a hard one. That was a hard
Dude, that's
one.
like a
to find.
$300 figure, right?
Probably more than that now.
Right now, yeah.
Jeez, yeah.
Super
Sure.
7 made one that's just probably about $300.
Yeah,
So that's
But
not
that
that's not a Hasbro or a Mattel.
That's
or...
the original.
that's LJN.
Yep.
Oh, that's LJN. Okay.
I remember seeing that, man. That was at KB Toys, and I was like, holy shit. I forgot how much it was at the time, but it wasn't cheap.
No,
That's great.
good stuff. And we'll stick. I'm not going to go over here yet, but we'll go down here to continue on with the D&D stuff. And this is all the stuff that was done with LJN and TSR. I think TSR was the one really behind this. All the static rubber figures that they did.
Yep.
During that time, a lot
the
of really
bendies.
stuff. Yeah, some of these are bendies, some of them don't bend, but yeah, it's all good stuff.
Wow.
And we got
Fun
more
stuff. Those were fun.
Yeah, more over here.
The Skeleton Warriors.
Yeah. These guys down here, those two dudes down there, I don't know if you guys know what Chinosaurs are.
No.
So in the 70s, there was bags of, dinosaurs, and they were mixed with weird other animals. And those other animals came from Japanese shows. And they, of course, you guys know companies from Japan, China, and even still to this day, they just pump stuff out. They're just trying to make money. Yeah. But you've got a bag of dinosaurs that came with these two guys and other weird creatures.
Cool.
And when Gary Gygax was in the middle of making Dungeons and Dragons, right? So him and his friend, they had a bag of Chinosaurs. Now back then, no one called them Chinosaurs, but now that's what they're deemed as Chinosaurs. Yeah. And these two guys right here got added to Dungeons and Dragons. So the one on the left, these are original Chinosaurs. The one on the left is a rust monster, and the one on the right is called a bullet. And they became official D&D.
You're talking about the two little ones, not the two big ones.
Yeah, the two little ones. Yeah, little ones. You got a rust monster and a bullet. Fantastic. And I can remember with a bullet, and I had this stuff when I was a kid, and I was telling my brother, I was showing him because he had the games, the first couple games that came out. Well, not the first two. It was I want to say it was the third and fourth release of the games, and the bullet was on the front cover of one of the books. I was showing him, go, dude, it's the same. I was probably 5 or 6. Showing like it's the same monster. And he's like, no, it's not. He wouldn't believe it. I'm like, yes, it is. Look at it. It's the same damn guy. But yeah, it turned out to be the same dude. But yeah.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Yeah. And then we got some cool stuff. More cool stuff over here. Some Shrinky Dinks.
Yep.
And the helmet from D&D. More cool stuff right here. And this took me forever to get together. Is the Knickerbocker Lord of the Rings.
Oh wow, those are rare.
Yeah, all complete.
Those are cool.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass to do. And the minis from the Lord of the Rings Monopoly. But yeah, that was a pain in the ass to get all this stuff together. If anybody asks, my what's his face? Oh my God, get my brain shuts off.
Witch King? Is it the Witch King?
Yeah, so the horse does have his shield. There it is. Anybody's asking.
Oh boy.
Oh.
It's there. Good stuff. And down below.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
There you go.
Yep.
Wow, the Kraken, man.
Kraken, man.
Yeah.
Clash of the Titans. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Fantastic stuff.
The horse.
I love that. I love those figures.
Yep.
I just had Perseus and Pegasus is all I had.
Yep. And last up, get up over here. You got your crossbows, catapults, and some mini sets. It's a really cool castle that's difficult to come across, and the Skeleton Warrior is really neat stuff.
Wow.
And then I put together like a little fantasy land, not Disneyland, fantasy land, just a weird fantasy thing of guys fighting and creatures and
That looks like a Timmy Mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, this one over here is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
all good stuff. Some of these guys are the NPC figures, and this one I painted at one point in time. But
Where did all the trees come from?
what's that?
The foliage, the trees and the foliage. Where did that come from?
Just weird mini sets over the years. God. Yeah, I can't remember. Chat May, like these trees are Chat May.
Oh,
You guys
Chat
ever
May.
heard of Chat May?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then like these ones here came from Department 56. They made all like the little Halloween and Christmas sets and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Those are not cheap.
yeah. And then my Imperial Toys collection. Well, this is it. Well, these are Sunlight toys. Most of this stuff here.
You did a video just on those. I remember that.
Not these yet. I'll show you the ones I did a video on, but we're double-headed Sunlight guys.
Yep.
A lot of weirdos, fantasy weird guys, and just some other weird small dudes, which is cool. But now we're getting to the Imperial Toys stuff. Is dragons, knights, and daggers, rhinos, and stickers, and that dagger there, and all the different beasts that they did. And I've got that box set back there, which I'm super happy to have. Super awesome. These are also Imperial Toys as well.
Cool.
Yeah, I got some more. These guys up top here, and I can't remember the name of the company who did these off the top of my head. I want to say Dorme, but I could be wrong. Another sought after company that people like to buy. People who collect vintage fantasy stuff. And down here is the double-headed, like you're talking about the video I did.
Yeah.
Double-headed dragons.
Oh wow.
I yet to get more of.
Wow.
I just have to come across
All different paint schemes, though, right?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. So
Look at that.
I keep my eyes open for a variant that the paint is just so different. That's the one I want to get. So I can go on YouTube, or no, I'm sorry, eBay or whatever right now and look this up, and I probably won't find one that's been painted particularly different. So you just have to be patient.
It's all the same mold, right? They're just different.
Yeah. It's just about the guy or the lady who was painting these, and hopefully you got a date. You find one where one of them, whoever's painting them, decide, hey, I'm going to do something weird and different. And, you find it, you can buy it.
Yeah.
And then just more good stuff and different stuff. There's the Fire Beasts. We have 3 guys down here for the Remco Warrior Beasts. Those guys go with
wow.
that.
Damn.
Yep. Good stuff and just other weirdness. Yeah. All good stuff. But that's it. That's the room as it is right now, as it sits.
I gotta ask, are you a metalhead?
Am I metalhead? Well,
Metalhead?
let's see.
I'm just from the looks of that room. I
Born in 74, and I went into a my God, what was the name of that lovely store in every mall back in the good old days?
Sam Goody, disc.
Probably no way before that. Spencer's. So
Spencer's
Right.
Gifts,
Oh, yeah.
man.
yeah, Spencer's
That-
gift. So
Yep.
1977. So 1977, we went into a Spencer's Gifts, and back in those days, up until probably the late 90s, when you went to the back was dark. The rest of the store was bright, lots of
Yep.
lights.
Yep,
So
yep.
the back was dark.
And all
They
the
had
black light.
blacklight posters and you
Yep.
name it, all that sort of stuff. And we went back there looking at this stuff, and I thought this is great. I'm a little kid, and there was the back in those days, bands had posters, like your average size poster, and then they had the jumbo ones.
Yep.
There was a jumbo poster of Kiss,
Yep.
a big one, and I'd never seen them before. I'm 3. I remember looking up and looking at them, and I looked at Gene Simmons, and I lost it. I completely freaked out and was crying, and so my parents they took me out. We went on our way, walking around the mall and hanging out, and And I could not stop thinking about what I saw and begged my parents to bring me back. And they did. We walked back, and we walked back into the Spencers. And I still remember staring up at them like, this is cool, you know. Little kid. And I don't
Scare
know.
shitless, but cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that day, because this is a long time ago. This is the late 70s. It was that day or maybe a week later. I don't know if you guys have heard of a company called Fedco that, you know,
Yeah.
was pre Costco and pre all that type of stuff. They're the ones
Membership
who started
club.
on it.
Yeah, it was a membership.
Yeah. So we went to Fedco, and we're doing our thing as usual. Been there many times, and I guess it was my mom. I don't think it was my dad. And we were over in the record section, right? The records, and my mom. I remember looking up my mom because I was a little kid, and her pulling out "Kiss Alive 2,"
Yeah.
showing it to me. I'm like, hey, remember that? You know, like, yeah. So she bought it for me, and that was it.
Yeah, man.
That's where, I mean, I was already, for a little kid, very involved with music because my dad was a huge jazz fan. And my dad was born in 1928, so I was all in big bands and combo bands. Just, I loved it. I heard it all the time from my father. So it was, for me, that was music, and hearing that guitar and all that, it just blew my mind. But I got Kiss Alive 2 as my first album. I had a record before my brother, and he was 4 years older than me. So that's pretty cool.
Wow.
And I don't even remember what the first album he got. It doesn't matter. My first album was Kiss Alive 2, which is a double album. And that was it. After that, yeah, Kiss and lots of stuff. And I fell to the dark side at one time because of peer pressure, you know, being a kid growing up, and your friends I was probably one of the very few kids in class. So I went to private school that was listening to rock or heavy metal, hard rock, and people were listening to all different stuff. So I had some albums or artists that my parents had bought me their records. They said, "Oh, buy me this," and I didn't want them to, and they did buy it for me. Some crappy, groups. I think I had a Janet Jackson album one time, and I think I played it once or twice.
I had Disco Duck, man. I had Disco Duck. So.
Disco Duck, hell yeah!
Disco
That's great.
I had Disco Duck. That was my jam when I discovered Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah,
There's a local radio station here in Greenville that it plays an oldie station, and it's a true oldie station. It plays, because most oldie stations play, what is expected from those days and times. But this one actually plays like if it was 1975, what you would actually hear. And like I said, Disco Duck, they'll play that. They'll play like, the Singing Nun. They'll do all these weird, the Streak, all the weird stuff like that. It's a great station. Unfortunately, the broadcast is like just a single part of Greenville, but they're absolutely awesome.
Wow. Well, hey, Count, I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. It's been a blast, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for the Man Cave tour. I appreciate it. That was awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
We do.
Very
we
nice
do have
collection. Very nice collection.
Good times.
We have a couple questions we got to ask you that we ask all our first-time guests. Okay, so are you up for that?
Yeah.
Before we let you go. All right. First question from me is: give us one good childhood memory regarding your toys that you remember. Maybe favorite Christmas, favorite birthday, playing with a neighbor. Anything that jumps out at you?
I'm going to say it was Christmas of '82 because that was the year I got my He-Man Battle Cat set, and by Christmas, the only figure that my parents had bought me was Stratos from Masters of the Universe. That's all I had. So that Christmas of '82, I got everything else that was available. The Castle Grayskull, Skeletor and Beastman and Merman, Zodak and Man-at-Arms and Tila. Who am I missing here? Oh, no, that's all the figures. And then the Battle Ram and the Wind Raider. And that's all the first. I got everything. Here you go. Here's the rest of it. Yeah. That was huge.
My other question I always ask is, heaven forbid the house is catching on fire. You got to grab one toy. Which is it going to be from that room there?
Same He-Man, Battle Cat.
Same He-Man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my buddy Rick here, we got this thing we call the mayonnaise jar question, dude. All right. Now, we take this question very serious. We don't know what the question is
Very
yet. It has nothing to
serious.
do with collecting toys. It has nothing to do with that. It could be anything. But when Rick pulls out the mayonnaise jar, you never know what question you're going to get. But how you
very
answer this?
serious around here.
Yeah, it's very serious. How you answer this determines if we ever get you back on the show again. Okay, so
Absolutely true.
all right, you ready for this?
Sure.
All right, so go ahead, Rick. Grab the mayonnaise jar and
Okay, Count, and I'm gonna ask this question based on what you just got finished talking about. Okay.
All right.
So, what would be for the rest of your life? You could only hear one song for the rest of your life. What would it be?
ooh, I don't think you've asked that one.
The rest of my life.
Yeah, I never heard that one.
So I guess it's not appropriate for me to say Motu, but to actually, I'm thinking about it. But you got me between Motu and Kiss. So I'm gonna, even though it's not, it won't be Motu. It won't be, which doesn't sadden me, but it's like right there. It's gonna be the first track off of Kiss Alive 2, which is Detroit Rock City from that album.
Detroit Rock
Good
City.
song.
Yeah, nice.
That's
There
a
you
good
go.
one, man. Good one.
Yeah.
You're in.
All right, he's one of us.
He's one of us.
Yeah.
Hey, Count, I want to thank you again for coming on the show. Can you just tell everybody in the chat room and people that are going to watch us later where they can find you, your YouTube channel, Instagram, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you can find me here on YouTube at Toy Room of Insanity. Also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and what's the other place called? The China, the Trump China.
X.
True social.
Yeah, just go on Google and Google Toy Room, 2 words, of Insanity. I'm on just about everything. I don't always post on everything, but I mean, I'm mostly on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram for the most part. And stuff does go onto Threads because it automatically dumps onto there.
Right on, man.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great time.
All right.
Love your
Awesome.
collection, dude. Love your collection.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
Awesome.
Really nice.
Yeah, great to
Get that
meet.
other adventure team photo story out.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my buddy Matt, and we'll get that happening. So it was a lot of fun to make. And
I'll
a
share
lot of
it. I'll
beer,
share
a lot of beer was involved, and a lot of
Been
All the
there.
way to do it.
Been there.
hours.
All right, guys. Have a great week. Once again, thanks, Count. I appreciate
Happy
it, brother.
Halloween, girls.
Happy Halloween.